Yo, are we live? Are we live? Am I taking Jack Move Johnny swag? I guess we are live, so let's get it going. Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy King Bean, and welcome back to another show, another video, and a brand new episode. And of course, you're now rocking with the best. Word up. Shout out to everybody who came by and watched my last video. If you didn't, there's no link in the description. There's nothing else that's there. So how is everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody had a great day or a great week. Sorry about last week not having a podcast. It's not, once again, like I said, not too many people y'all listen to it, but we're growing. We're growing. Shout out to all the new subs. As you guys mostly know, if you caught my video last week, I think I told y'all what was going on. My AC had went out, in case you didn't know. My AC went out, and so I didn't do a show last week. I played video games, but I got a portable AC that I had to put in my bedroom, but it was so loud I didn't want to mess up this beautiful audio quality. So it really wasn't cooling off in here, especially being in Florida. It's always hot and muggy. So we always have that, right? So basically, this weekend, I had to go run and do some stuff for the Mayo Clinic, and came back home. My landlord this Saturday came in and put in a new window unit for me. Yeah, I know I need central heating here, but the place where I'm renting is an older house, so it is what it is. It's something common in Florida, so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So now I have AC again, which is great. Brand new unit, gets nice and cool in here. Pretty high tech stuff. But it gets the job done, which is a good thing. So I haven't really been doing much of nothing. Just running into some bad luck. And that really sucks. I went to church on Sunday. If you'll follow me on Twitter. Bad luck. Or on Instagram or something like that. You'd have seen me in my three-piece suit. Excuse me, in my three-piece suit. But I didn't wear the coat because it was still hot. I was looking good too, looking really good. So I went to church on Sunday. I paid my tithes. So then I come home, rushing home, trying to get here before to watch the Jaguar game, which I don't know why, because the Jaguars laid an egg, lost to the hated Titans 6-9, and that's 3 out of the last 4, and I think it's 7 out of the last 10 or some crazy number like that. For whatever reason, we can't beat the Titans. I hate the Titans. So when I got home. And I was watching the game, eating me some food, and took a nap afterwards. And I got up and said, iron me some clothes so I could be ready for the week, clean up the house a little bit, just chilling. Beautiful Sunday day too. It wasn't as hot, and it was cool in the house because I had the AC going. So after I got finished ironing clothes, I said, hey, yo, I'll go up to the supermarket and go buy me something to eat so I can cook something. Then lo and behold, I lost my wallet. I don't know where my wallet is. I think that it's somewhere in this house, but I have no clue where it is. I don't know if I lost it in transition from my car to my home. And when I was taking off my clothes, that it flew off somewhere, or put it down somewhere. I don't know. I just couldn't find it. So either way, I messed up the house looking for it. Still couldn't find it. Stayed up all night. Stayed up to about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning looking for it. Still couldn't find it. So then I was supposed to go to treatment on Monday. I didn't go to treatment on Monday because I had to go up here and get new licenses and cancel cards and all that kind of stuff like that. So yeah. And I was mad too because I had some money in my wallet. So hopefully my wallet will show up soon. I had to go buy a new wallet. And I bought a new belt and some socks too yesterday. So now I got a new grown folks wallet. I really do like my wallet. It's got like 3 or 4 compartments and it folds out. It's really nice little wallet. I can't front on that. Can't front on that. But I hated missing treatment. But I did go to treatment today. So right now, you kind of got to bear with me. I'm a little worn out. That stuff does wear me out when I go to treatment. So kind of bear with your boy. But I did good. Didn't gain a lot of weight. So they didn't have to pull off a lot of fluids today. So that was a good thing. I was able to go to Bono's today and get me a salad. I don't know if you got a Bono's where you at, but it's a barbecue salad. Pulled pork. Oh, my God. It was so good. So good. And I also stopped by Blue Boys and got me a sandwich for tomorrow. So, yeah, so I'm not going to be cooking the next couple of days. So I just grabbed me a sandwich, grabbed my sandwich because Blue Boys is really good. If you're ever in the 904, if you're ever in Jacksonville, you gotta stop by Blue Boys, man. Blue Boys make some good food and stop by Bono's. Now they're not sponsoring me. I wish they would. They need to sponsor your boy King Bean for real. So so yeah, I was sitting there today while I was doing my treatment, and I was watching y'all favorite president, Donald Trump, and they're talking about the Kavanaugh, and I was laughing. I was laughing at something I shouldn't have been laughing at, but it was funny to me watching the mainstream media. And what was funny, but it's not funny. So please forgive me for saying this, but screw it. I'm gonna say it anyway. Now, what I think what happened is wrong, but I think Kavanaugh is a liar. And the third lady came out today. I think they got a fourth and a fifth one they was talking about today when I came home from work. There's two more coming out talking about it. But the third lady came out and said they was going to these parties and they were running trains on these defenseless women, which is, like I said, is wrong. But they try to explain having a train running you as being gangbang. I'm pretty sure you heathens out there know what that is. But what was funny to me was the fact that how the mainstream media was trying to describe this action, right? And I'm sitting there like, they were so uncomfortable. That's what made it funny to me. It's not funny, but it made it funny to me by them saying how they were acting. Like, we were all grown. Everybody's heard of that. Except for maybe you young people, maybe not have, but during the 80s, if you remember Uncle Luke and Two Live Crew, they talked about it in their music a lot, especially the early Two Live Crew music, and that's all that was playing in my head. It's that song called uh, "Hey, I want some stuff, something. Hey, I want some something." And they talk about that. We all lined up. So it starts off something like yeah, when that song started off, like I can't remember. Right now I'm having a brain fart. He said some call it Amtrak, some call it the train. We all line up in a single file line, and then blah blah blah. I'm not gonna do it, it's too explicit. But it's by Two Live Crew. So you can check it out on YouTube. It's probably on YouTube or something. Or ask your parents about Two Live Crew. They'll tell you about it. But like I said, what happened to the young lady was well, she's older than I am, but what happened to the lady was wrong. Now all that stuff is wrong. I believe I'm making light of the subject because of how the media was portraying them. Like, you're grown, we're all adults. There's no kids really watching CNN or watching Fox. Nobody's watching. No kids watching that. Yeah, if you're a teenager watching, you're about grown anyway. Because it was like, it's one of those things. Like, when I seen people are just tripping like they never did anything at the party. Like Kavanaugh's a liar to me. I'm gonna tell you why he's a liar to me, because he said he was basically a virgin from high school through college. I'm like, come on, B. Stop lying. You could tell he's lying. He about to come out and say, yeah, I did participate in some of these debauchery parties. We've all done it. I've done it. I ain't gonna sit here in front like I didn't do it. I did do it. When I got of age, yes, I went to those type of parties. I still remember one party I went to was an ecstasy party. I never done ecstasy or anything, but I've been to an ecstasy party. And yo, yo, let me tell you, man, it was girls all over the place, butt ass naked. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. I gotta keep it PG, you know what I'm saying? But I've been to those parties and I know what it's like. I guarantee you, some of you people who say, oh my God, Bean, I'm so appalled that you're talking about this. I guarantee you, some of y'all parents was one of those people in those parties. You just don't know. You just don't know. You really don't know. Because I know stuff about some of my friends, like my friends know about me, that my kids don't know, and their kids don't know about their parents. They think their parents are the lamest people in the world. And I ain't talking about, I'm talking about, they change, people change, we all change. We knew that was wrong, but we was young, we were, feeling ourselves, and we wanted to be grown. So we did a lot of debauchery. Hell, it's celebrated in our American culture. If you don't believe me, go watch these other movies. Go watch these old movies from Porky's, Nerds, Ferris Bueller. I don't know. I'm just naming movies off the top of my head. The Hangover is basically a grown up version of what people were doing in school back then. What we were doing when we were younger. It's a lot of movies that are like that. That's all in our American culture. It's almost like a rite of passage. But now when you get grown and you want to run for office and you want to do all this stuff like be holier than thou, you don't want to bring that stuff up like you'd never do. We're not a bunch of prudes. Look at the president of the United States of America. This guy got baby mamas all over the place and was sleeping with playmates. Those are only two or three that we know of. Ain't no telling how many people he slept with when it comes to the Miss America pageants. They make them sign all these NDAs and stuff. You don't know that. Your favorite role model could be the low down, dirtiest snake on the planet, but you don't know that. Look at Bill Cosby. Perfect example. Perfect example. Never in a million years would I have thought that Bill Cosby, with all the money and success that he had to go around drugging females to have sex with him. Think about that. Think about that for a second. Even the ugliest dude in the world, if you got money, women gonna sleep with you. Sorry, ladies, I'm just speaking the truth. I know you particularly wouldn't do it because you have high morals and standards. But I'm talking about the rest of them hoes out there that would do it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying in general. Let's not be so naive, and we always want to put on this image. And see, that's one of the things. That's one of the things America is really good at. It's inbred into our culture. It's the image. The most important thing is the image. It's never mind your thirst. It's the image. I suffer from it. You suffer from it. I don't like people seeing me weak. I don't. And I'm struggling to make ends meet. I am. And I hate it with a passion. But again, like I said, people are more in love with the image than the actual substance of people, of who they are, or who you are, or who you say you want to be. We all look at our favorite celebrities, our favorite rappers, our favorite actors, and we look at them like, wow, they got everything. They do everything. I don't know if y'all ever seen that movie Eyes Wide Shut and showing what's going on behind the scenes in Hollywood, right? But I know it's a conspiracy theory, right? I remember Cat Williams was talking about it. You remember that, right? The debauchery that goes on. Look at Harvey Weinstein. Look at what he's done. Look at that. And a lot of these ain't women. I'm not letting y'all off the hook either. Yes, this is a male dominated society, but some of these women are willing to do that, are willing to degrade themselves to do whatever they can to get ahead. So don't get it twisted. I'm not no fool. I'm not going to sit here and play, the Me Too card. Like some of these women weren't complicit. Because there's times when women will. This is why I do after warn my nephew and all that. So you got to watch out for women sometimes because women will set your ass up. Will set you up because they bitter, heartbroken, because you didn't want to be with them. They'll make your life a living hell. One of my boys, he has children. He has beautiful kids. They're beautiful kids. They're about grown now. They're crazy athletic and they're just like him, like just like their father. But his kid's mother wouldn't hardly let him see him. He's the type of dude that want to be in his kid's life. She wouldn't hardly let him see him. He pretty much had to beg just him, and he's paying child support. You feel me? So it goes both ways. It goes both ways. It goes both ways, especially in this American society. It goes both ways. I know you guys didn't want to hear that. This is not what you said. You said random stuff at the end. Nah, well, guess what, man? I'm gonna tell you like this. I am a video game channel, but I'm a grown ass man. I don't like talking about video games all the time. And apparently I got a message. Once again, every time I go live, somebody send me a message. So just to sit here and just to think that we're so in love with the image and what we're perceived to be than what we are, because we all fall into that category, especially when you get grown children, young men, young women. If you're listening to this, you're gonna fall into that trap too. Because the business that I work for, we do loans, and we see a lot of times what people make. But if you would see where they live at, you would think they'll never be in there, but they're in there all the time. Is to keep up an image and keep up appearances. I do the same thing too. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm no better than anybody else out there. No better than nobody else out there. We always want to put our best foot forward. Is that always a bad thing? No. We should always put our best foot forward for the hope and the morale of the people. We should do it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. But the problem is there's no balancing to it. That's why everything is like you have avatars. You can be whoever you want to be, especially on the internet. You can be whoever you want to be. I can sit here in front like I'm a thug. You wouldn't know it. You can call me out, but you have no way of proving it. But I'm not a thug, guys. I didn't grow up like that. I didn't. I'll be front and say it if I did. But don't get it twisted. I can get busy. I can get busy. But that's not me. King Bean is a persona. It's a nickname that was given to me by one of my longtime friends. But that's not me. It's not me. That's not me. When I used to go out to the clubs and used to party all the time, I wouldn't be me. I'd be somebody else. Literally. I would be somebody else. Sometimes I would play the shy guy role. Or I'll take on a whole different persona. I used to go out sometime because I'm big into the rap music and I love Jay-Z. Jay-Z, one of my favorite rappers, and especially when we start wearing the button-ups. I used to have my hat low and my buttons up on with my Air Force Ones or my Nikes or whatever. Had my little watch on, it was shining. It was looking good. Had my little pinky ring on. But I'm Jay-Z out here tonight, baby. I ain't had Jay-Z money, but my swag was that. I was S. Carter. And I walk up to the young ladies and go introduce myself. I said, allow me to introduce myself. My name is they do it like that, but my swag was on. So when the alcohol got out of me the next day and I was sober, I'm like, yo. So the old girl looking for me, she's like, yo, you was talking all this last night. So what the deal? No, I'm actually really a Mickey Mouse person, you know what I mean? I'm really Mickey Mouse. I'm shy, I'm bashful. I'm really bashful. But it was an image, it's what it was. But I don't hide away from it. If somebody brings it up from my past, I don't shy away from it. Don't say, no, that wasn't me. No, no, no. Yes, I went and partied, go to church on Sundays. It was me. The real, it's what it is. It is what it is. So it's just funny that Kavanaugh is trying to put up this image like he's this wholesome Christian guy. Like I never did anything wrong, guys. Why don't you just believe me? These women are lying. How dare you say I went to a party? How dare you? I didn't go to a party. How dare you? That is so beneath me. I always treated women dignity that is defined of a woman. No matter if that woman's half naked, got her ass and tits all over you. Didn't matter. Stop lying. I said this to my brother today. If you were around in the 80s and the 90s and you want to run for office, you might as well hang it up because those women can come out of the woodwork and be 40 years later coming out. Because I know what went on in the 80s. I was a child, but I knew what was going on. In the 90s, that's when I started to get out there and get my grind on in 2000. So if I run for politics, if I become y'all next president of the United States, I guarantee you, there's going to be some woman that come out there talking about, oh, he grabbed my breast, he grabbed my ass when we was in the club. When we was in T-Birds, he grabbed my ass. Oh my God, he slept with me and didn't call me back. He treated me like trash. There's some women I did do that to. I ain't gonna sit here and lie about that. But I know you saying it's easy for you, Bean. What you got to lose? Nothing. You're not running for Supreme Court. I get it. These guys running for major office and major power, but they're lying about who they are and what they are. And the sad thing about it, which is going to lead me into my beautiful, beautiful segue. I don't even know why I don't have a radio show. I should have a radio show. I'm that good and that entertaining. I know I am. You can't tell me I'm not. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? So this is what's going to lead me into. Perfect segue here. It's fanboys. Fanboys, fanboys, fanboys. This is hilarious to me. I hate fanboys. I really hate fanboys with a passion. I hate it more than you know. I'm not saying you can't be a fan of something because I am a fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I've been a long time fan. I've been a fan of them when they sucked. I was there when they first was born in 1995 when nobody wanted them to come to my lovely city. Been there through the good times of 1999 when it was 14-2 and they lost to the god darn Titans 3 times in that year, so they couldn't get to the Super Bowl. When Coughlin left, 2000, that team was terrible. I remember Jack Del Rio came in, resurrected the team a bit, got one playoff win with David Garrard at quarterback. They had Byron Leftwich before that, and David Garrard that beat Pittsburgh. And then he went back to sucking again. Even last year was something we wasn't expecting that they did well. And they're a pretty good team, although they didn't show it Sunday. They're a pretty good team. So I've been a fan of theirs. But this is where the fandom ends. Because you know one thing, see, people like Crap Gamer. Yeah, I'm bringing him up again, my favorite YouTuber. People like Crap Gamer, K Mega, Kids Move to a lesser degree. I'm going to get on that in a second. The Mooch, you know, mostly anybody in the Xbox camp. Then you got, what's the dude named Pyro with PlayStation? The Rated D can't count on him because he's purposely doing this, trying to get on the CSAs. That's the something slave awards, the corporate slave awards that Black Bond hosts every year. I can't name all the PlayStation fanboys because I don't follow them. I really don't. I follow more Crack Gamer, which is sad because I just like to hear what BS he got to say today. And they try to equate being a fan. At full disclosure here, this generation, I'm more of a PlayStation guy. Most of my games are on PlayStation. I've been playing my PlayStation for well over years, whatever. I got a PlayStation 4 Pro. I haven't turned my Xbox One on in a year and a half. I mean, real talk. I have not. It's been a year and a half. I haven't turned it on. But I've been playing with PlayStation. I prefer the PlayStation this generation over the Xbox. I think it's a better console. Now, the Xbox One X is the best console to play your games on. But as far as exclusives go, Microsoft can't hold a candle to it. They keep giving me backwards compatibility. But anyway, they Crap and Mooch and K Mega and those guys like that. They always compare it to really liking a sports team. It really, it's a sports team. It's like, that's why we follow them. We root for them. But see, the difference is that I'm a Jaguar fan. I don't care what I say. The Jaguars could be 3-13. If they beat the New England Patriots one time, right? And let's say, of course, it would be in the regular season, which they did win 2 weeks ago. But New England wins the Super Bowl. New England is the best team in football. Why? Because there's a scoreboard. Like Jim Rome said, scoreboard. They won the championship. Jags went 3-13. So that means they're not the champions. They're not as good as the Patriots. They're not. They may have beat them one time, but they're not as good as the Patriots. But see, in the Xbox fan camp, this is what makes it hard for people to root for Microsoft. It's an American company. We should be rooting for it a lot. But when Microsoft does stuff wrong, they don't call it out. And they'll still say that Microsoft is winning when the scoreboard saying they're not. Don't get me wrong. They're making money. They're making better money now than they have been making. They sold more consoles this generation than they did the previous. But it's nowhere holding a candle near what PlayStation is doing. Again, make another sports analogy because I watch sports, so I could talk about this. It's like PlayStation's like, let's say the highest scoring game, let's say that PlayStation was averaging 31 points a game, right? And let's say Microsoft is averaging 20 points a game. But this particular one game, Microsoft scores 30 points, right? But PlayStation is scoring 65 in the same game. Who you gonna say? What you gonna say? Wow, Microsoft, that was good, but God darn, PlayStation scored 65. Just like the time when my man Kobe Bryant scored 60, somebody scored 20. Nobody's talking about the 20s, but they're talking about the 60. That's what I'm trying to say. The difference between PlayStation and Microsoft. But fanboys make it hard for regular consumers to get the stuff that would make the gaming console better. When you sit there and root for Microsoft and some of this stuff. Don't get me wrong, the customer service stuff has been good. The backwards compatibility, all the extra stuff, that's been great, but they haven't been giving you exclusive games. When I buy a video game system, it's for good exclusive games. That's why I have that at the Switch and I have my PlayStation. Because I want to play what everybody has to offer. But my PlayStation has been so full these past 2 years with these exclusive great titles from playing Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last of Us, God of War, Near Automata. I know it's going to Xbox now. The Uncharted series. I haven't played Detroit Become Human yet. And lately, I just got finished beating Spider-Man. And I sit there like, well, why? I wonder to myself, why do I even own this Xbox? I'm looking at it, it's got so much dust on it, it's ridiculous. Why do I own it? I know they said games are coming, but again, the games from the Microsoft that are coming that you're waiting for, other than Forza, I seen that Forza 4 Horizon got a 92. I hope it's a great game. And they do make some great racing games. So you finally have one, a real hit. I think because, you guys who are fanboys who really love Microsoft, and I'm not knocking you for loving Microsoft. That's your preferred platform. You spent your money on it. But you deserve, I'm saying again, you deserve better. You deserve a lot better. For all the other stuff that you get from Microsoft, even though with their poor launch, Microsoft has done a lot that is consumer friendly. So but you still not getting what you deserve. So everybody's still talking about, well, wait till next year or wait till the year after that for the next Xbox. So again, in a 3-year time span, people already spent $2,000 on Xboxes, the console, not games. So you're looking at another $500 at minimum? At minimum. That's what Microsoft is giving you. Yet the people have blind support. And they're the same thing with the PlayStation guys. There's some PlayStation guys, like I said, Jay Barrio, I think that's his name, or Pyro, whatever his name is blind faith and blind loyalty to a company that don't give a damn about none of you. Sony don't give a damn about you or me. Microsoft don't give a damn about you or me, nor does Nintendo give a damn about you or me. They don't give a damn about none of us. Their job is to put the console in your house and put software in those games so you keep spending money with their products. That's all they see you as. They don't love you. They don't love you. Understand this. These are consoles. These are toys. They don't love you. They don't give a damn about you. We pay them. But I don't understand something like you pay for something and you kiss their ass. That don't make any sense to me. You wouldn't do that at a restaurant. You people would not do that at a restaurant or any other type of business. If you walked into a restaurant and if they treated you like the soup Nazi from Seinfeld, you say, screw you ain't get my money. I'll never come back again. That's real life. Or, they trying to, I lost my train of thought. But what I'm saying is, guys, you as the consumer has the power. I keep preaching the same thing over and over again. But if you keep taking it, you're going to get it. Now, you guys, another perfect segue. Man, my boy King B be balling. And what we're about to lead into, you guys, I seen you guys unite from Xbox fanboys to PlayStation fanboys to Switch fanboys. Even though I'm not a fan of this, I don't really give a damn about crossplay. But y'all made y'all voices heard. Even PlayStation had to give it up today for at least Fortnite. And I think that's pretty cool. I'm glad people that Xbox would be able to play against PlayStation and the Switch and all that stuff. I figured it was going to change their mind because there's too much money out there. They wouldn't like losing money, but I'm pretty sure they probably get a bigger cut. I mean, I guarantee you, we probably don't know what went on behind the scenes or why PlayStation. They probably getting a bigger cut. That's my assumption of why they went ahead and did it. I don't think they did it because consumer. They really was under no pressure to really change it. To be honest with you, that's my opinion. I could be wrong. It could have been like, man, we ain't gonna have nobody playing on our PlayStation if we don't give them crossplay to play Fortnite. Woo! Even though you can do crossplay on with PC, but it is what it is. But you guys united, pseudo victory. So, hooray, hooray! But at least y'all showed up together. Just like another thing with microtransactions, I know that we all hate microtransactions. I ain't gonna sit in front and say I don't like it, but I don't purchase them that much. Now I bought DLC and I paid for microtransactions on certain things. I'm not gonna lie to you again. Once again, I'm not the type of dude that's will scold you for something that I did. And so like pretend like I didn't do it. I did it too, and I'm gonna buy the DLC for Spider-Man. I know I am because I enjoy the game. But microtransactions aren't going anywhere unless there's going to be some legislation to get rid of microtransactions. Nah, B, that ain't gonna happen, B. Unless that happens, ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna ask you a simple question. Since we as gamers, we don't want the price of a game going up for initial purchase. What I mean is we don't want a game going from $59.99 to maybe $79.99 retail now. We don't want that as gamers. We've been stuck on $59.99 for a very long time. Because I've been gaming for a long time. I remember games would cost $70, $80 for Nintendo. I had a Super Nintendo, and I remember going down to Chinatown and buying Super Nintendo Super Street Fighter. So yeah, Super Street Fighter. It was Super Street Fighter 2. I think it was the arcade edition or whatever it was. I remember going down there. It was $70 for that damn game. And back in the 90s, $70 might as well have been $150, to be honest with you. But games got this nice little price point. It went from 49 to 50, like $39.99 to $49.99. They settled in on $59.99. So I know you're saying, Bean, what that got to do with anything? This is what I'm finna get to. If you guys are going to continue to buy microtransactions, because what a lot of y'all do is sit there and complain about it out loud, but secretly buying them at home, why would I stop selling it to you? Huh? Think about that concept for a second. If this is a $1 billion industry, you think out of the goodness of my heart, I'm going to give away $1 billion? I'm going to give it back to you? You must pass your cotton picking mind that somebody's going to give you back money when they know that you're going to pay for it. That to me, let me get Ghetto 5 for you real quick. If somebody's on the corner selling dope, selling crack, and a crackhead walks up to the drug dealer and says, selling crack is wrong. You shouldn't be doing this. Then the drug dealer's going to say, no, you absolutely right. I shouldn't be selling this. And thank you for telling me that. I'm not going to do it anymore. No, what they're going to do is sell it to that same crackhead because they know that crackhead going to keep coming back because they're addicted to it. Just like we're addicted to these video games. We have no self-control. Spend money on it, on DLC and all this other stuff. Yes, it sucks because you get to a point of where it's going to be more like mobile games. Yes, that does suck. But it ain't going nowhere. Unless some legislation action get in there, microtransactions aren't going anywhere. They're not going anywhere because people are going to pay for it. You're going to pay for what you want because our desire is a lot stronger than our discipline. And I can say the same thing too about myself because even like I'm no longer allowed to have to eat cheese. And still, sometimes my desire for cheese overwhelms me and I know I'm not supposed to have it. I still give me a cheeseburger. You feel me? I don't do it often, but I'm just saying that our desire for cosmetics, our desire for gameplay, whatever it is that we love, because we're all gamers, we love playing video games. So we need to stop lying to ourselves. Because again, like I said, ain't nothing going to change microtransactions. Nothing. They're going to keep doing it and keep selling it to you because you're going to keep buying it. But why would they quit when you're going to keep buying it? Because I damn sure would if I figured out a way to make microtransactions and charge you 99 cents, and I look over a year's turn, I done made a couple 100,000. You think I'm gonna stop selling you that? You must be high. Understand, this is the world of business. That's what Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, whatever your favorite video game makers is, Vizio, Sony, I just said Sony. Just naming stuff in my house, right? Yeah, I got a Vizio TV. My HP, they're all in it to make money. They're businesses, fast food restaurants, businesses. They're in to make money. Why you think McDonald's has the dollar menu? They know more people gonna buy more. You're gonna buy 5 or 6 items off a dollar menu that may only cost them 20 cents to make. Actually, if you break it down, it's 20 cents for them to make. They sell it to you for a dollar. So they made 80 cents off of that. 80 cents. And their profit margin, let's say for an example, it's costing them 20 cents. So they sell you for a dollar, they make 80 cents off of it. And then I mean their profit margin is 80, is they get 80 cents off of that. Then they might have a net profit, maybe 30 cents because they've had to pay all the employees and all that out of that. They're making money off of that. And they know that food ain't gonna fill you up, so you're gonna come back. So when you buy one cheeseburger and a fry and something to drink, that's $3. Then 2 hours later, you're coming back again. So they can make $6 in 2 days. I mean, well, yeah, $6 in 2 trips in one day. Then you multiply that times 100. Then you multiply that times 1,000. Well, they got billions served. But you think McDonald's gonna give you a cheeseburger or gonna give you some fries if they screw up on your order? But you buy then, you already paid for it. For them, they're not losing that much money if they're giving away one customer per 10,000. So you guys sit there and think microtransactions ain't going away. If you really want microtransactions to go somewhere and never come back, stop buying them. Stop buying them. If your little kids, stop looking at your mom and say, "Mommy, Daddy, pay me this thing right here." So stop buying them. I guarantee you they'll go away. But as long as you buying them, they ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. You guys can unite over something with crossplay where you can spend money. I know it's free for crossplay, whatever, blah, blah, but somehow y'all going to end up spending more money buying cosmetic stuff with Fortnite than you did doing it separately. I'm telling you. If you guys can unite for crossplay, you can unite for all this other crap. You guys can unite for not buying microtransactions. Stop buying them. Stop buying them. That's all I can tell you. If you're not going to stop buying them, they're going to keep selling them. They're going to sit and say, "I'm sorry, it's not going to be in here." Well, maybe it may not be in here at launch, but we'll put it. A lot of people sit there complaining about Spider-Man. It's like, well, we didn't get the complete game. Why are they announcing the DLC before the game even come out? That's so wrong. So what if they put it on the disc and release it a month or two later, like Capcom used to do with Street Fighter stuff? Well, it says they put it on the game. That's the whole game. Boy. I tell you, sometimes I wonder about y'all logic. I really do. I'm not the smartest man in the world, but god darn. Did it matter if it was locked behind the disc and you couldn't play it? They said this is optional content. You don't have to buy it. Now, if it comes a point where DLC and microtransaction are affecting the core of the game, then that's a problem. Then, yeah, that's a real problem. But the thing is, guys, when you get grown, this is why I don't understand with grown folks when they'll be telling you this as these grown folks who are YouTube content creators who sit up here every day and spew the gospel of Microsoft or spew the gospel of Sony, to spew the gospel of Nintendo. They don't tell you when you out in the real world. And I use this as an example. If you want to buy a car, that's why they have an LS. They have an S, an LS, an E class, a C class. They got all these different classes of cars because you get more if you spend more money with them. Now, you can get DLC for your vehicle, like if you have a standard edition. It may not have the touchscreen console, but you can go buy the DLC. That means getting the aftermarket value. Go to the aftermarket place like a Rolling Sounds or something, or go to what it used to be, Circuit City, or somewhere like that, and buy it and put it in your car, but you pay for DLC virtually. It didn't come with it. Might be not the greatest analogy, but that's what it is. You got different classes. The money that you spend, you can spend money like if you're going on a flight. If you're going on a flight, you can spend the money to being coach, or you can upgrade yourself and go to first class. You see what I'm saying? Or you can go from coach to business class to first class. But you're gonna spend that money for it. They're not just letting you sit in first class. I don't care if you're the only person on the plane. They can sit there and literally make you stay in coach and nobody else is in business class or first class because that's what you pay for. You get what you pay for. That was the standard edition of what you pay for. But you're like, yo, Miss Flight Attendant, there's nobody in first class. Well, do you have the first class money to sit up here? No. Well, sit your happy ass down. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with microtransactions right now because I know y'all clowns gonna still buy them, and I'm probably gonna still buy some of them too. Like I said, I'm buying the Spider-Man DLC. I'm going to buy it, and I'm thinking about getting the $99 edition of Red Dead Redemption 2. Why? Because I really don't care, but my circumstances are a bit different. Because I'm living for the moment right now since I go through treatment. But guys, what I'm saying to you, man, being a fanboy sucks. Don't be a no damn fanboy. Be a fan of something. There's nothing wrong with being a fan, whatever your preferred console is. Oh, like I said, I was getting to that Kid Smooth thing. So if he hears this, he'll probably be mad as hell at me for saying this, but I don't care. Kid Smooth got this type of nice, nasty attitude. And what he reminds me of, like, I don't know what you guys, I don't know if you guys ever been around a bunch of females, right? I used to hang out with females a lot because I was trying to be a little player, but I learned a lot by watching women. For an example, I'm gonna use this example. This is what's gonna sum it up for Kid Smooth real quick. If you ever be in a room with a bunch of girls, let's say like 3 or 4 girls sitting together, right? Now they alpha female that's there, whatever. If another fine girl walks in that room and all the guys give him their attention, that girl that's the alpha that's in that group, she mainly gonna lead the charge by saying, "Oh, she ain't that cute. What you think she look good? She ain't that cute. Look at her feet. I wouldn't even wear my hair like that. No matter if everything's on point. But as soon as that girl come up to them, it's like, oh hey girl, how you doing? That's so pretty. Your feet look so pretty. Still throwing shade. That's what Kid Smooth does. What I mean by that, he'll do anything that's done with an Xbox, with a PlayStation game that he plays that he actually likes. He throws shade on it. He did that same thing with Spider-Man. That was the latest thing he did with Spider-Man. It was the same thing. He spoke a lot of truth in his review, but it's done with a lot of a lot of slick shade. He done that with Bloodborne. He done that with God of War. He did little things like put little spoilers in the videos that he does. But never mind, he'll kiss NBA Live ass because I just hate 2K, but you'll kiss NBA Live ass. Live ain't nowhere near as good as 2K. That's my opinion. I've been playing the hell out of 2K. I love 2K. But he does that. That's what Kid Smooth does. That's what bothers me about Kid Smooth. I don't care if you like the Xbox. Stand on it, but don't lie. Don't sit up and throw shade. But then as soon as you call him out on it, no, that's not, I don't do that. I don't do that. People call him out on that. People was calling him out on that on the weapon wheel this past week. No, that's not me. I don't do that. Stop lying. That's some whole shit. Forget the language, but I'm gonna tell you like this: where we from, especially down here in the 904, that's some whole ass shit. You acting like a hoe. That's a whole shit. Don't do that. So if you're a young man, you listen to the sound of my voice. Don't be that man. Stand on yours. You know what I'm saying? Stand on yours. But like I said, if you're a fan of something, that's fine. You spent your money for it. Like I said, I'm a fan of the PlayStation this generation. I think it's a better console this generation. Me and my man Smash. I love Smash. Smash love the Xbox more than he loves the PlayStation. I don't knock him for that. We tease each other about it, but I don't knock that man for that. He don't sit around there and sugarcoat stuff, but he prefers the Xbox. I prefer the PlayStation this generation. Next generation, it may be the Xbox. Hell, it may be the Nintendo. I don't know. Next generation ain't here. What's here right now is PlayStation. What's here right now is Xbox. This version of Xbox. And I think PlayStation's done a better job. That's why I don't mind spending my money with PlayStation. But it's okay to be a fan. It's okay to be a fan of anything and give your support to it. But don't be a blind fool. Don't be a blind fool. That's how people make money. That's how people get duped out of money and they lose their life savings because they want to believe in something else and they believe the lies and the BS. And in the end, they have nothing. You know what I'm saying? So don't just take what I'm saying as a metaphor just because of video games. I'm talking about real life stuff. Look how many people have given. And I'm going to tell you again, guys, I am a Christian man. Not the most perfect Christian. But how do you think these mega churches get built? Not saying that all the people who give money are poor now, but it's a lot of people gave their last dime when they needed that money for food or for medicine because they believe in something else. Well, meanwhile, the preachers living like lavish like kings. You can't even talk to your pastor. I ain't mean to turn this all into religious stuff, but I'm just saying people don't be fooled because this is the little stuff how they fool you. See, the world is going nuts ever since Donald Trump has gotten in office. A lot of people cannot see this man lies because there's so much of a fanboy of the Republican Party. It doesn't matter what he say, the hypocrisy, they still go with it. And it can go the other way, like just like when people were so much of fanboys of Hillary Clinton, they went Democrat, no question. And never mind, they ignored the fact that Hillary Clinton's office rigged the election for against Bernie Sanders. So you thought I was going to say against Trump. I know where you thought I was going to go with that. No, against Bernie Sanders. Go look it up. The super delegates. Not saying that Bernie Sanders would have been a better president, but he would have beaten out Hillary. Go look that stuff up. And that's what these people in power, they play upon your loyalty to a brand. So what we see now out in the world is more of a microcosm. Well, I hope I'm saying this right. What we see here in the video game community is now happening out in the world. What we see, not only just the video game community, what I mean the internet culture is out in the real world now. That's what I meant to say. Everybody's divided. Everybody don't want to see the truth. They just want their side to be right. It doesn't matter what truth says. They just want their side to be right, no matter what the hell happens. Same thing in this gaming community when you see Xbox fanboys and PlayStation fanboys and Nintendo fanboys defend these companies, these corporations who don't give a damn about you if you live or die. They don't care if you eating or not eating. They don't give a damn about none of that. They don't care about your children. They don't care about your mother. They don't care about your father. They don't care about anything that has to do with you. Only thing they care about is the last 4 digits on your credit card. And there's some money in the bank that you can pay me. So when you sit out here, instead of being a consumer first and being a fanboy, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. You're going to keep getting bullshit. It's going to get worse. It's not going to get easier. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse because our desire of human being, it's hard to control the desires of what our heart wants without discipline. Because if we don't have discipline, we're going to fall to the wayside. And I am no better than anybody else out there. I'm no better than you. I'm no better than the other person down the street because I do the same thing too. And my phone is ringing. And I can't find it right now. You know, I got that universal iPhone. But I'll get back to it in just a second. So I think I've talked to you guys long enough tonight, and I'm glad you hear me roar. So I'm gonna get on here and watch me some DSP tonight. Cause I hate DSP. That's another guy I hate. I cannot stand Dark Side Phil. That's the most ungrateful human being I've ever seen in my life. I don't like that guy. So thank you guys for listening to me. If you listen on the rebroadcast, I really appreciate it. Like I always say, if you took the time to listen to me this long, and I know you could have been anywhere else, I'm glad you chose to spend it with me. I really appreciate that. And another thing, if you listen this long to me rant, you better hit that like button. God darn it, you better hit it. I don't care if you didn't like it, you better hit a like button. You might as well go ahead and subscribe too. It's your boy King Bean, you know what I'm saying? You might as well go ahead and subscribe. I'm gonna make your life happy anyway. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a round of applause before I get on out of here. Give you guys to the best viewers in the world. If I turn up the volume, hear that? There we go. That's for y'all. That's for y'all. I have to give you guys a round of applause because you guys are great people. You guys are absolutely outstanding. So anyway, don't forget to hit the like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. I'll be live streaming. I don't know when. It'll be sometime this week. And I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you have a great tomorrow, or whatever's going on in your life. I hope it gets better. If it's going bad, I hope it gets better. If it's going good, I want to get it to being great. And it's your boy King Bean. And I'll holler at you dudes later, man. One love. Peace.